What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video I'm going to be using what I think is the best Royal Giant deck in this meta. So Mother Witch is still going to be the best support card in RG, not the Hunter, believe it or not, because Mother Witch got such a small nerf, only 4%, right? It has such a fast attack speed still, and it still turns things into pigs. It gets so much value for only 4 elixir. And then you can see you have skeletons in the deck instead of Dark Prince, because you don't need to have the Dark Prince. There's not much Goblin Drill right now, so there's no reason to have that Dark Prince with the Goblin Drill out of the meta, and then you have Fireball instead of Lightning because there's a lot of Royal Hogs right now. I mean, Lightning was great in the last meta because there's a lot of people using Tesla, and it was just so good at breaking through those buildings, but now you're going to need to have the Fireball. I mean, so many Fireball bait cards right now, and if you have Lightning and you run into a Royal Hog Recruit deck, or even a Royal Hog Cycle deck, you will have a really, really hard time. RG is still a good win condition. I mean, it's going to be harder to win against decks that have buildings now because it's going to be slower attacking the building and attacking the tower, but decks that don't have a building, you won't notice the RG nerf very much at all in my eyes after testing it out the last couple weeks a little bit. So before we head into the first game, if you guys would like to support me, you can use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. Really do appreciate all the support from you guys. It does mean a lot. And I'm currently a little low on ladder right now. So yeah, I apologize for that. I've been a little bit, I don't know, I haven't slept too well the last couple of days. I mean, I guess it is like a little bit of an excuse, but I don't play very well when I'm tired, and I feel like my decision-making isn't very good in the game, but we'll try to work our way back up by the end of the video, and it looks like we found the game here pretty quickly, so no need to edit out search time or anything like that. Also, guys, please subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my content. Would really appreciate that. So he's going to have Goblin Cage here. I guess we can just RG in the back. That's what you normally want to do when you're against a building. Hopefully he's not using, I was going to say like Electro Giant, but recruits are also a little difficult too, but this is why it's a good thing that we have the Fireball, because it gives us a chance, right? So we're going to log all this. We're going to go for a low Mother Witch. I hope he can't hit the Mega Minion and the Mother Witch at the same time. I don't think he can, so the Mother Witch is going to get a lot of value here. I'm surprised he didn't end up fireballing it. Okay, he's got arrows. So does he have arrows instead of Barb Barrel? Is that why he didn't fireball it? It just makes me wonder, because I don't know why he didn't fireball in that situation. That Mother Witch got a good amount of value and helped me defend. So instead of fireballing, I'm actually going to go ahead and activate the King Tower here, and then on top of that I'm going to go for a Mother Witch to help take out that one on the left a little bit. And yeah, we are taking damage, but I think it's important to do in this matchup because it's very difficult for us to, I think, break through, so we need to save elixir to make sure that we can do that. And you can see we are able to get a lot of damage, because if I overcommitted on those hogs and like went for a fireball, for example, I wouldn't have been able to get that damage. Looks like though that he has bats, which is really interesting. I'm going to let that flying machine get damage because he's already got a lot of damage on the opposite lane. And I'm going to go RG and try to Fisherman away the Goblin Cage. You guys can see I'm fine taking damage because he has a split lane pressure deck, and I got the King activated, so I'm not too worried. We just have to make sure that we just avoid taking any more damage, and I also don't think he has a fireball, so for those reasons, that's why I'm not scared to take a little bit of damage. We're going to go for an RG here, and we can get another Mother Witch down. Nice, this is really good. Mother Witch should get some good value here. We will have to go for an Electro Spirit though. Okay, nice. And the arrows won't kill the Mother Witch either. Let's get a nice fireball here. The flying machine will stay in range, and these pigs should get a little bit of chip damage, so maybe going to put us in log and fireball range. Let's see. Might even take the tower. Come on, pig. Come on, pig. Oh, it's not going to do it, but we got log, and hogs come down a little too late. We are able to get the win here against recruit hogs, and you see the only reason why I won that matchup is because I had Fireball instead of Lightning. If I had Lightning, I 100% would have lost that. Also, it helped that he had arrows and didn't have Fireball, and he had bats for whatever reason, so my Mother Witch and Electro Spirit were able to get so much value, and if I had Hunter, I probably would have lost that too, because the Mother Witch came in clutch so many times, especially with the pigs there at the end, as you saw. So that is going to put us slightly higher here. One game off of getting back to 7,400. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the next one, see if we can get on a win streak. Alright guys, found our next game here against Eclipse. I don't think this is the YouTuber Eclipse. I think this is just some random Eclipse. I don't know if you guys know the Eclipse YouTuber. He used to make Clash Royale YouTube videos. He was a pretty big YouTuber actually back in the day. I don't know how many of you guys remember him, but I used to watch him, so I figured some of you guys might know him. So here we're going to go Fisherman. Just a cycle because we're full on Elixir. It won't activate the King Tower. I maybe could have, but I think it wouldn't have been possible because of the Mega Minion down. Okay, so nice. The Fisherman's gonna... Ooh. He's got a Drill. Interesting. That's the whole reason why I said this deck doesn't have Dark Prince anymore, because there's not a lot of people... That's a big time mistake right there. That is not what you want to happen. So, hopefully we do punish him a ton for that. I mean, you see, we get his tower down really low. Only problem here is I'm a little bit... Oh, nice! The Ghost was in log range. Ewiz goes in front. Oh my gosh, tons of mistakes out of this guy. That's insane. So, horrible Ewiz, and also, of course, the... But it looks like, unfortunately... he's able to bounce back quite quickly, which is weird because he made a really big mistake. But I guess he caught me off guard there with that bandit. Like, I was low in elixir, so that was definitely, you know, well played on his part. But I felt like I didn't deserve that after that huge mistake he made. But you can see in certain situations, sometimes players get away with, you know, big mistakes relatively easily for some reason. But anyway, I still am confident we could win. I mean, we just need to try to... That was a bad Magic Archer because it's not going to take the tower, so I don't think it was worth it. He's still going to have to commit a Fireball or a Drill on my tower. So I just don't think it was a good play. And here, I'm really curious if he decides to P.E.K.K.A. or not, because I feel like he's going to have to... I don't know, this is just going to be kind of annoying for him, I think, because he still has to take the left tower, and he also has to defend simultaneously. I definitely don't want to give him the tower if I can at all avoid it, although it looks like I will have to give him it, because the Ewiz wasn't able to get something down fast enough. I think here, though, we go for an RG in the pocket. He's going to P.E.K.K.A., but the RG will still get at least a couple shots. Might even get a third shot. Nice. So, amazing situation for us here. I think I'm, pretty confident going into the end of this game. It looks like he has a Ram Rider. I was not expecting that at all. It won't get the charge on the tower, so that's really nice. Okay, let's see here. So we just gotta definitely RG in the pocket here. He probably will P.E.K.K.A., but maybe we can get skeletons down to distract. No, but the pig, and yeah, that will put us in... There we go. That's gonna be a nice win there. So, very strange deck on him. I mean, from his end, I mean, Drill, P.E.K.K.A., that is definitely not something I see very often, especially after the Drill nerf. So it's kind of like he has two win conditions, right, the Ram Rider and the Drill. But yeah, usually you don't see Drill paired with P.E.K.K.A. Usually it's played in cycle decks or bridge spam without the P.E.K.K.A., of course. But there we go, one trophy off of 7,400, but hey, we're working our way back up there, so that's great. Found a game here against Kurd, so go ahead and give him the good luck. Kurd. Very short and to the point name. I guess we'll just log, right? Test the water, see if he's going to do anything or not. He's going to log too, so that doesn't really give us a whole lot of information at all. I mean, he could be... Okay, this could be RG. This could be a mirror match here. Definitely could be a mirror match. It could also... Expo? Okay. Expo's not... You know, I actually don't know what this matchup is. Because RG and Mother Witch got nerfed, but Tesla got nerfed. And before, it was a relatively even matchup. But obviously, I normally want it because I feel like it has to be a pretty good Expo player for them to win. So the key in this matchup is to not give them fireball value. Like, you don't want to, play Mother Witches in the back because they'll just fireball it for free. So you want to be really cautious about that. And if he cycles a Tesla, I might just fireball his tower for the tower chip, because this game can often come down to tower chip, and it's like really close usually. So yeah, we don't want to give him any fireball value, and because he just cycled a Tesla, I might just... No, let's actually Mother Witch in the back and see if he uses a fireball on it. Okay, he does. So that's perfectly fine, because he already dealt damage in that lane, so I'm fine with him fireballing the left lane. But now I'm not going to play any Mother Witches in the back. We got to be careful about that. We're just going to go Skeletons here. And because we're in double elixir, I'm going to get ready to go RG. And I might fireball the Tesla even because we're in double, so we can be aggressive now. I'm not going to be overly aggressive, but... Alright, let's actually Mother Witch here. Nice. RG gets one shot on the tower. He didn't expect me to play that Mother Witch. It helped DPS down that Tesla. So with that, we end up taking the lead. So we're going to go for another RG at the bridge here. I don't think we can RG in the back against Expo. It's a pretty bad play. You don't usually want to do that in most situations. It's very rare that you want to RG in the back against an Expo deck. Okay, that Expo got a lock. That was a pretty good Expo push on his part. I gotta give him credit there, because we went aggressive with the RG, so he knew he could send in an Expo. He's also up in Elixir, so that's kind of bad. That was a bad Expo, though, because he can't support it with a... Yeah, I don't actually know why he did that. I think that was a really bad Expo, because he didn't support it with a Tesla. I mean, he'll probably get away with it, because I have to play the RG into the weaker lane, but... I don't know. Let's just log this. And I think Megamin here, I'm definitely confident that we can still win this, but I really wish we didn't have that Expo lock on. It's going to make things way more challenging for sure. I think we might send in an RG here. Because he did have to fireball. Oh yeah, let's definitely go in. Okay, that's fine, and the Expo got taken out. I think here we should RG. He just used his log, so the Electro Spirit will clip Skeletons if he plays them. Fireball the Archers. And with that, we end up taking the lead. He's probably gonna, yep, cycle spells on my tower, though. We gotta try to get every single Fireball value we can take. It's going to be really important here. And try to abuse our Mother Witches when he fireballs. This definitely is not going to be easy, though. We got to... Hopefully that pig can connect. I think we won, because even if he goes for Fireball Log, it's not going to be enough, even if the Fireball... Yeah, because he can't... Yep, and even if that Log went down, we would still been able to get the win. Whew, that was a close one. I think we both made some small mistakes that game. I think the mistake I made was maybe going too aggressive with the RGs early on, but you can see in the end, it's definitely really good for me. I think that matchup, you have to be really careful in single elixir, but then in double and triple elixir, just make sure that you're keeping up the pressure. Don't play RGs in the back. I don't think it's a good play in that matchup, because they'll just go for an offensive Expo and you'll have to waste a ton of elixir to defend it, like Fisherman's, and you know, you don't have a tank, so it's not a good idea. But if you're using RG with E-Barbs or Dark Prince, you could do it because you have a tank, but you have no good tank in this RG deck. So we get back to 7,400, 3 solid wins in a row. Let's see if we can keep up this win streak here, and hopefully like untilt and get eventually back to my season highest. Maybe, obviously going to be too many games to make it happen this video, but maybe by the time it's my next video, I should hopefully be back up to 7,700 where I was a couple days ago. So he's using wall breakers here. Wall breakers is usually a good sign because I think RG counters most wall breaker cycle decks, so that's really good. This is the delivery though. I'm actually going to RG in the back because I'm pretty confident that, well, it's the correct play when you're against almost every single wall breaker deck. So I'm just confident that it's the right play in this situation because I saw delivery and wall breakers, so that makes me think he doesn't have something like, I don't know, like a P.E.K.K.A. or whatever, like something that would, ooh, that, look at that Hunter, that was horrible. He meant to play the Knight to tank for it, and he misclicked, and now that's really bad, because his Bomb Tower isn't in cycle, and his Hunter isn't in cycle, so guess what we can do? We can cycle back to another RG, play it at the bridge, and I don't know what he's going to be able to do. If he plays Spear Goblins, we log it. If he goes for Bats, we Mother Witch. Okay, so that's a log, right? And that's a bunch of RG hits. Snowball doesn't even mitigate that last hit. Oh my god, he just spent, like, what was that? Oh man, I played the Fireball. You can actually fully counter minor wall breakers with a Fireball, but I played the Fireball a little bit too late. Usually I can get the timing down, but occasionally I mess it up. I mean, it happens, right? Everyone makes mistakes. But usually I get the timing right like 80% of the time, but sometimes that happens where I miss one of the wall breakers, but it's alright, you know? It's alright. So, I mean, he's obviously just going to protect the Hunter, you know, with the delivery as he just did. I'm just going to defend this as cheaply as I can with Skellies and a log. That was kind of a bad snowball. I think he thought that the wall breakers would have been able to connect if he snowballed, but they didn't in his case, so it wasn't a really good play. I'm going to go for an Electro Spirit here to... I was trying to pull the... That was actually a pretty good play on his part. I got to give him credit there. We're going to do a split lane push with the RG. The pigs are piling up and getting a ton of damage. That's really nice. Guess we'll Mother Witch in the back. I don't know yet if he has something like a rocket. I feel like he does have another spell, but he just didn't use it for whatever reason. I don't really know why. And there's no way these wall breakers will connect. I was ready for them. And I'm just going to RG in the back. I don't know. I'm still feeling pretty confident. Even though we're down a little bit, I feel like it's going to be ridiculously hard for him to defend if we go in a triple elixir. Because he just can't, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just so challenging for him to defend split lane RG pushes, especially in triple elixir. I mean, he's doing a good job right now, though. I have to say the buffed Bomb Tower is really helping him out. I thought he was going to play Wall Breakers. That's why I went for a High Fisherman like that. I guess it's time to just RG in the back. He might go for a Miner here. And yeah, as you can see, we are able to get the win. That guy actually played very, very well, because I think that's a really solid matchup for me. I mean, to be fair, he did have 3 buffed cards in this deck, the Hunter, the Snowball, and the Bomb Tower, so that really like shows you guys how much stronger they actually are, because before the balance changes, that matchup would be like practically impossible. But due to those buffs, it made it possible, and he made it really close. He played it well. I probably didn't play perfectly. I mean, I felt like I played it well, but there are probably a couple things I could have done differently. I probably could have mitigated more damage. I did miss that fireball, so one wall breaker connected, so it was closer than it had to be, but that guy did play very well. I can't deny that. Definitely well played on his end. Almost back to the top 500 now, looking great here, 4 in a row. So I'd say, I guess we'll play maybe 1 or 2 more games. If this game is long, maybe this will be the last one, but if it's a quick one, I'll probably do 1 more after. We'll see. So, just gonna Barbell. I guess we can Electro Spirit. That's fine. Barbell could be, you know, anything. Skeletons, Barbell. So, I don't think it's Graveyard if he's got Skeletons, so I guess we could take that out of the things it could be. I actually don't know what this is. Barbell Skeletons? That's interesting. Ice Golem. Ah, okay, so it's probably Loon Cycle. So we could actually RG at the bridge aggressively. I have to do this because I have my Mega Minion out of cycle, and I don't want him to... Yeah, it is Loon Cycle, so this is really good. I didn't want him to go for a Balloon Push when I had my Mega Minion out of cycle without applying pressure, because I need to get back to my Mega Minion ASAP for his next... for if he decides to go for Balloon, and you can see I'm back to my Mega Minion, and that's really good. I need to have my Mega Minion cycle to defend his Balloon Pushes, because Mega Minion is my only reliable air counter. Mother Witch does not get the job done against Balloon. Even if you play a Mother Witch right away, a Balloon will still normally get a shot. So that just goes to show Mega Minion is significantly better at that task of taking out a Balloon. I think here we can just RG in the back. Because he has his Miner out of cycle, I don't think he's going to go in for a Balloon Push, so it's pretty safe to get our pushes rolling. I'm going to go Skeletons to try to take out this, to cycle us to get back to another Fisherman and to take out that Ice Golem quicker. We can also go for a Log. Oh, nice. We clipped the Skeletons. So he's going to go for a Miner and a Snowball instead of playing a Bomb Tower. I think he did that because he knew if he went for a Bomb Tower, the RG would have taken it out, and then I could have just played another at the bridge. So even though he took a lot of damage there, that was actually the correct play, because if he didn't do that and he went for a Bomb Tower, I would have sent another RG at the bridge, and he wouldn't have been able to defend it. It would have taken out pretty much his whole tower. So that's kind of a bad Miner. He probably should have played that in the back, so I couldn't have fireballed both of them at the same time. We're just going to go for an Electro Spirit here to take out these Skeletons, and then RG at the opposite lane. Dual lane pressure is very, very important, kind of like in the last matchup. Like, pretty much any Bomb Tower deck, you want to do split lane pressure with your RGs, because they just can't defend both at the same time like you're seeing right now. So we're going to go for Mother Witch here to get some pigs. And he's going to have to overcommit on it, which is really unfortunate for him. We're going to go for an RG at the bridge. We have the Mother Witch still alive, and then we can just fireball the Bomb Tower. And I don't think this is GG, but we might be able to get one RG shot. Yeah, one RG shot. Now we just got to watch out, because he's definitely going to pressure us. We might have been a little bit too aggressive with that RG. But I think we're fine. Let's go Mother Witch, this, Electro Spirit, and then we're back to Fireball. So I'm not really concerned about the Miner. We're mostly focused on that Balloon and showing that it doesn't get any shots on our tower. I think here I'm just going to cycle Skeletons, and then I'm going to go RG in the back. I can't RG at the bridge. We need to actually build up another push. He's going to go for a Balloon into my RG, which is really interesting in my opinion, because it's going to give us counter push, so I don't think that was a very good play. And I think he definitely will lose here because of that. But I think that was kind of a desperation play. Like, I mean, there's really nothing he can do. Besides that, he has to try to get damage. I will say, though, he does have a chance because if he does somehow cycle back. Nah, he doesn't have a chance. I just have to throw some cards, and we're already back to Fireball. Yeah, it's GG's. So you can see, not too bad, just as long as I, of course, save my Mega Minions and Fireballs. There's not really any way he can outcycle me in double or triple elixir. The only thing I was a little concerned about was single elixir, and we made it through, so no problem there. Alright, so this will be the last game, I guess. I'll do one more because that game didn't take too long. So yeah, win or loss, this will be the last one. Been a really good video so far, even though I started off this video quite low. We managed to win 5 games in a row and potentially going on 6 here. So If this takes too long to find, I'll just edit out the search time, but yeah, this will be the last one. Alright, we found our final game against Aquarius here? Aquarius? Yeah. So, I guess we'll log. Okay, we'll Fisherman in the back. I don't think he's using something like Electro Giant or Giant Skeleton. I mean, Giant Skeleton's dead, so... Okay, so let's get some pigs going here. We need to fireball this, unfortunately, because if I didn't, the balloon would have gotten a shot. So we had to overcommit on that first defense, but we got some good counter push that he has to defend Fisherman and pigs. Wow. He hardly defended that. He's just willing to take some damage. I guess he doesn't want to put himself in too much of an elixir deficit. So he's laughing here, obviously not happy about potentially the matchup or how the first exchange went for him, which is understandable because you can see we have a pretty good sizable lead right now. But unfortunately, I think we're about to lose it because of this push. But this counter push will be, in my opinion, quite difficult for him to defend since... I'm assuming he has like a hunter, which we could probably Fisherman away. And I don't think he has any spell for the Mother Witch, so we probably can just abuse it. Yeah, he's laughing. He's really mad. I'll even call the early good game to get in his head, you know, maybe tilt him a little bit. And it's always good to do like the mind games with the emotes sometimes. Especially if you know like your opponent is getting frustrated. You don't want to like overdo it and then you could get like karma and then end up choking the game, but I think like one early good game like never hurts to get in your opponent's head because you can see he's so mad right now. Goblin laugh, and that's how you know they're already practically beaten at that point when they're spamming those goblin emotes out of frustration. So he does have the hunter, and yeah, as I mentioned, he has no adequate spell for taking out my Mother Witch, so it's just pretty much it's quite hopeless for him. He does manage to take it out there. That was pretty well played on his part, but it doesn't really matter because we still have... First of all, he still has to take out my right tower, and he has to defend, so, you know, I just don't see him doing that. And the hunter did not really do its job there on defense. He took a lot of damage. I decided to ignore the miner because I didn't really think there was any chance I would defend my right tower, because if he went for a balloon, it surely would have gotten death damage at the very least. So here he's going in for another push. I'm going to try to avoid using my fireball on it just because I want to give myself... I know the balloon's only going to get one hit, so I don't think there's any point in using fireball on it. I'd rather give myself some counter push. So here I'm going to go for a Mother Witch. Hopefully we get some pigs going. He does delivery, but afterwards we will get the pigs. And he's having to overspend on this RG. It's getting lots of hits. And then let's just try to cycle back to another RG. We can play it in the pocket because he just used his... hunter, and if we can just get 2 hits from this RG, I think we win. Not quite. He might go balloon here. Because he has to. He might, like, just desperately go for a balloon soon. And there you go. That's going to be a good game. So this guy is so mad right now. I don't blame him. I think it's a pretty good matchup for me. I didn't even play that perfectly. I was just trying to end the game quickly because I knew it was a good matchup, and I didn't see him winning that. And we end with a nice little plus 37. That's nice. Good matchup for us, and we get a plus 37. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in a row. So decent video if you ask me. And actually, before those 6 wins, I actually won. I lost this, and then I won before that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins in a row. I mean, I was pretty low, so... obviously, when I start to play well, I'm going to climb up, right? Because I was pretty tired. I mean, that's the whole reason why I kind of tilted in the first place. But, yeah, it's nice that we're climbing back up now. Already back in the top 400. What a climb from the start of this video. So, yeah, make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. And I'll make sure to do some videos on other decks. I really want to do something I'm good at because I was kind of tilted, so I wanted to climb up fast. I'm also going to do a tier ranking video soon where I rank all the cards because obviously there's a new meta since the last one I did. I mean, there's been a bunch of balance changes, so I'm probably going to be doing that later this week, maybe either the next video or the one after that, but I definitely will very soon. And that's going to be it. Thanks again. Until next time, guys.